Hey guys, we're gonna be Let's Play Shadow Hearts Covenant. Last time we faced off with Neo Astaroth. Then, well, a number of things happened, none of which were very kind to poor Kato or the mutant apes. This time, there's two little bits of story we can get out of the way without actually really continuing the game, so we're gonna do that. That's the wrong one. And then we're going to move on to side quests. You remember we heard from Karen that we needed to head to the Foreigner's Cemetery. Yuri being serious for once?
So you're alive, huh?
You too.
And Oka? I'm sorry.
He's lost her once again.
It's the second time I've lost her. Love lasts for such a short time, but misery goes on and on. Now my path is an empty one. I have no love left, no dreams.
Kato.
Kamiyashiki. In Azabu, that's where you'll find Minister Ishimura. Now no one will get in your way. You should go and talk to him.
And you? What will you do? The emigre manuscript.
Yes. I give it back to you.
Hey, wait.
Don't you want to see Alice again? If you follow the instructions in that book, then you can be with her again.
Wait a minute. I don't know how to use magic.
Roger should be able to help you. He can bring her back to life, exactly the way I did.
Yeah, but isn't that...
Yuri, from now on, I'm your enemy.
Huh?
This is the last time we'll ever speak as friends.
What do you mean?
The world as you know it will end. By my hand. If you really think that you can stop me, my old friend, bring everything you have. Unlike Nikolai and Rasputin, I won't depend upon the power of some evil god. I'll do it with my own hands.
Come on. Enough with the joking.
This is no joke. If you want to know what my plans are, look inside that book. There isn't much time left.
Kato!
Farewell, my friend.
Well, that's an interesting and unexpected turn. Though, in a sense, it kind of makes sense that Kato would basically fall apart after losing the love of his life not once but twice, and being unable to save her either time. So in that sense, it makes sense, but the fact that he's decided, oh, by the way, I'm now your enemy and I'm going to destroy everything, it's kind of out of nowhere, but okay. Pretty much everything Kato's done in this game has been out of nowhere compared to what he was in the previous game. It would have been nice to have gotten some kind of a bridge between the two that kind of showed how he changed, even if it's just through a couple of small flashbacks. It's all I really wanted, but unfortunately they don't give it to us. There's one more little bit of storyline that we can find. That's by going to Zurich. I mentioned the last time that this was now open after part of the conversation between Yuri and Karen. We come here.
Is this...
Yeah. Alice's grave. I haven't been here in a while, and it's gotten so dirty. It's been over a year now.
Why did you bring me here?
To give you this.
A cross?
It belonged to my mother. I want you to have it.
Really?
All of the people that I've ever loved have carried it. My mother and father. And Alice. I guess that everyone that's carried it has died.
Really?
It's okay. You don't have to worry. It's not like it's cursed or anything.
No, that's just you, Yuri.
If I lose my memory, do you think all of the memories locked up in that cross will disappear too?
Yuri.
Karen, I want you to hold it for me, so the memories don't disappear. My mother, my father, Alice, and me. A part of all of us is in that cross. I know I shouldn't ask. I feel bad doing it, but it has to be you, Karen.
I'll do it.
Now here's a question for you. Well, first of all, we get Anne's Cross. Anne's Cross is Karen's unique accessory for the game. It is also the best accessory in the entire game. Stops ring and status abnormalities and gives an auto regen effect, as well as the 2, in this case 3 points still, I think all set, or no, it's 2 points. Demon Ward must lower attack by something or something. Either way, it gives all stats and it gives some fantastic effects. Only let's try that again. The only keepsake left behind by Yuri's mother, Anne, filled with all the love of a woman and mother. Silver Cross provides many sacred protections. This is something that Yuri had in the previous game, and it was kind of part of his character design then. Now, the point I was about to make before I got distracted with that is Yuri offers this to Karen. However, I don't believe, and other characters have said things more along the lines of, you know, you don't really have a chance with Yuri because he is still in love with Alice. You know, it's been a year, but it was the woman he loved and she died protecting him. So he's still not ready for a relationship with anyone else. But either this is him bridging that gap and maybe starting to come out of his shell a little bit once again, like he did in the previous game with Alice, or it's basically Karen has kind of been there all along. She seems to have a connection with him, and Yuri is basically just offering up the cross as a way of anchoring himself somewhere so that somebody will be there to kind of pull him back should he need it. And he has probably a greater connection to Geppetto as far as, you know, the character relationships, because Geppetto, of course, is, I believe, the uncle of Alice. But they decided not to develop Geppetto's character at all in this game, and other than, you know, the first 5 hours of the game where we are introduced to him, he hasn't done a whole lot of jack squat. So, either way, I'm not exactly sure what they're going for, but that's what they've given us. Now, from something that's actually pretty cool to something that is most assuredly not. Storyline, good. Mini games in this game, bad. Get out of my way. Do you? No. Get out of my way. There is somebody here that will provide us with an item. I don't think it's you, is it? It is not you. One of the guys that stands out in front of places. This guy? It's this guy, I'm pretty sure now. Don't walk into things. Thinky Uzawa! Everyone Yokama knows I know everything about monsters. How about you? You think you know more? Give my quiz. No, I don't want to do it. Yes, there are more than just the one quiz we did earlier. It's about monsters, I'll do it. The Clawed Admiral have on his head that young officers envy. A bandana. No, it's something red. I can't remember what. It's gonna be more of the same stupid little things. The worm-like monster possessing antibodies in the Idar flame, which is... Nah. See, I can't remember the names of most of the enemies or what they look like or any of this kind of stuff. They'll ask us later about a monster named Catherine, which every time I hear that name, I think back. There it is. I think you were a puppet? No. I always think back to the Catherine enemy, which is the character, the enemy that's basically like a doll in red from Chrono Cross whenever I hear the name and think about an enemy in an RPG. But yeah, we've tried 3 times and I failed on the first try every single time. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff of me doing stuff off screen here. Pollux, we at least know that one. Monster Ducky is, I'm assuming ducks. Or no, it's drakes. It was drakes. I remember that one. It was drakes. It doesn't make sense that it's drakes, but I remember that being a really stupid one I didn't get in my test run, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, right. But yeah, I'm going to do a couple more failed attempts, and then we will try and do Aristocrat? I have no idea. This game sucks. And in order to kind of learn all this, you basically just need to go back into your library and look at it all over again. Iron Soldiers. Sure. Merceau. I have no clue. Okay, we'll pop into the menu. I'll show you what they're presumably, stop that, expecting you to do, and that's going into here and then looking at all of these enemies and trying to remember them from one to the next. Akagi soldiers. What other ones do I think pop up on here? I'll try and go over some of them. I think you show up. So yeah, the duck toy here, made up of 3 ducks, which is the answer that I answered before, and they said it was wrong. Lion is made of cedar. I can't remember if that's something that shows up. Pollux was the answer to whoever was with Castor in one of the questions. Merceau, this is the one that showed up that I got wrong. He has a weakness for French red wine. This one might be in there. Tree spirit formed from hardened sap continues to ooze nutrient-rich sap as it plods along. Flowers bloom the following year. Alright, here's Catherine as a poison moth spirit hidden beneath pretty clothes. A little girl being attacked by a moth to lure her victims close enough to strike. Moths seem so deadly, don't they? I believe this is what they were referring to with one of the questions. Highest ranking member of the Steel Claws, red ornament on his helmet is the envy of younger colleagues. I don't think, maybe ornament was an option on there, I don't remember. Jill is the spirit of a noblewoman who is killed by a group of men. Her anger and resentment toward all the world's men have formed into an icy field around her. Some of the backstories for the monsters are kind of creepy. I just don't have enough interest to go into all of them and, you know, talk about every single one. There was also a question about monsters in the Idar Flame. We have the Gigaflaria, born of the Idar Flame egg. Resembles that of intestinal bacteria, breaking down invaders. The smaller, weaker version of that is the antibody of the Idar Flame, consumes invaders before evicting them from its castle. Creature which acts as the Idar Flame's attack mechanism. This one's kind of creepy. Otherworldly snake that swallowed a pregnant woman whole and absorbed the fetus into itself. Human half is in agony and screams constantly. Yeah. Here's a nice little reference back to when Shadow Hearts was still a frightening horror game. Doesn't really fit in most of what we've seen of this game so far, now does it? Jill was a girl. Painting Astaroth's negative power, which was a dog. Claude Admiral is a piece of red cloth. Carla's cat was Andre. Pterodon is as the head of a deer. Death Snail, carry on its back, is a skull. Blooming Phoenix has only 1 leg. Monster is Drake's. Most important member of the secret society group led by Lenny. Lenny! Veronica's monster, Oscar, is a Doberman. Oh, we finally did it. I failed many times, and I kept going back every time I would find a new question that I hadn't seen before, and just keep looking in the library until eventually I, figured it out. That was fun. For doing that, we get a steel egg, which is a new weapon for Anastasia, which I believe is her penultimate weapon. So there's that. Next on the list, we're going to go to Nihonbashi, and we're going to grab another item. My only question on this one, I didn't write it down as another quiz, but I have a memory of it being another quiz. So it could go badly. If it's the same guy I think it is, it's going to go badly. Take it anyway, please. Oh, Mr. Wrestler. Okay. I believe... Yes, that's the final stud card. Inventory. Key items. Let's look at all of the sexy guys. There's a reason why I'm making you look at these. Start remembering certain things. Like, what hand is where? what they like to do. There's going to be a quiz on these guys later. Sometimes I hate this game. Red Tornado. Okay then. Like, I think one of the questions has something to do with what hand his frying pan's in. I don't remember. I think one of them is what type of hair he has, or something like that. One of them is, I think, what one of them does in their free time. Where's the French one? They mentioned, no. Yeah, you like wine tasting. I remember that was one of the questions, because I was like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Anyway, that'll show up eventually. That is the final stud card, but we're missing the, are we missing the final item, or can I do it now? No, you're taking a break. Okay, that's fine. Eventually, we'll be able to do the last one and get the final dress for Cornelia. All right, let us go back to Europe now. Before doing anything else, it would be a good idea to save. Once we're done saving and I figure out where the bloody hell I am, we're going to go to Le Havre. Okay, we're back. Let us go to Le Havre. Now, the interesting thing about this is, well, something interesting is going to happen here, and it's going to lead to a one-on-one fight with Joachim. Now, normally I wouldn't leave the gold band on. However, you remove it, and basically having that on would have helped you to get a different form. You lose that form. I would recommend coming in here either as Grand Papillon or Golden Bat. In my test run, I did it as Golden Bat, even though I've heard people recommend you not do that as Golden Bat. It was super easy as Golden Bat. As much physical attack as possible. Let's go. What is going on here? A new bat came. So we didn't miss you too much. A new bat. Could it be? My old friend? Half dead in front of the tavern. Out looking for you. Well, what color is this bat? Was it silver? Peach Bat, it's me. Finally found you, big brother. Oh my. This guy's got a sister? Yes. Every time they made a new Shadow Hearts game, they decided, oh, we'll put a little hint to another member of the Valentine family, and then that hint will be a playable character in the next game. In the first game, we had Keith. We fought against Joachim in Golden Bat form. And in this game, we get Joachim the Golden Bat. This time around, we're going to have an interesting encounter with the Peach Bat here. And if you played the third game, the Peach Bat becomes another member. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but she becomes a playable character in that game. Big Brother Keith hasn't stopped laughing. Can't get any sleep. Okay then. It was an accident. Was pretending to be a bad guy wrestler. Come on, you'd make a great... you know what? He wouldn't make a great heel. He's a much better babyface. It's just bent. It's fine. It's still good. It's still good. They just don't make swords like they used to. Nothing but a big old runaway. Shut up. Joachim is the best part of this game. I'm not even really being, sarcastic when I say that. I enjoy Joachim's contributions to this game a lot. He is easily the character that brings the most comedy to the game. Between him and Anastasia, and especially their dynamic, it works really, really well. Come back to your coffin. I want to go home, but the champion of justice. You have fans? Well, I guess you have me as a fan. He's been playing the hero for a long time. This is the path I chose. A lot of thinking. Learned a lot. Wanted to follow Yuri to the very end. I understand how he felt. Can't waste my life. Pour some energy into it. Something worthwhile. First time I finally feel really alive. He's hundreds of years old, and he still acts like a child. Go figure, I'm not sure how that works, but alright. Thought you were a big dummy, but somehow you sounded pretty heroic. What do you think you're doing? We have been gifted the Dark Tower. Makes a noise if you shake it because there are little people working in that building. Okay then. Facing a deadline right now. Really irritable. Makes him really fierce in battle. Okay. It's time to test your skills to make sure you're ready for that weapon. This is basically a recreation of the fight that we had in the previous game with Keith going one-on-one against a bat in order to get a new weapon. The 5th turn, I'm going to hit you with a really deadly blow. She is a liar. She's going to hit us with a deadly blow on the 4th turn. Until then, all she's gonna do is energy charge. I made a giant space on there so that I wouldn't miss it, and then I still missed it. Well, I haven't played in like a week, so that's not surprising. Peach Bat is not difficult if you're in one of the good forms. If you're not, it might be a little harder. Peach Bat has all lucky 7s, 777 HP. She is susceptible to poison if you're having trouble, but chances are you won't get a lot of time for that to get off. We get some experience, priest earrings, don't really care that much about any of those. More importantly, we got the tower, or the Dark Tower. You ought to be just fine. I can't remember what she does. She said the 5th turn, but she would have hit me in the 4th. Yeah, she would have. Yeah, just be very careful about that fight. You have like 3 turns of her doing energy charge, and you lose. It's just like it was against Joachim in the previous game when you were controlling Keith. Except for this time, you can apply the weapon upgrades to his ring ahead of time so that you don't get this really tiny, strike area that you're probably not going to hit. Whole bunch of little voices. Strange building near Shinagawa Station in Tokyo. Not in the least. I'm not sure what that's a reference to. I'm assuming it's a reference to something. What are you up to? Little human boys sure are cute. What is with the Valentine family and kids? Keith was a fan of the young girl, I forget her name, in the forest near his castle in the previous game. Joachim likes these kids, and now she also likes these kids. What is it with that family and just being, like very parental? It's kind of weird. Anyway, we're now in Golden Bat form. We can remove that and give you back your loin guard. And I can remove that and you're back to normal form. I'll leave you in... Oh, that's Prism. I was like, wait a minute, didn't work. I'll put you back in your golden bat form since it's good for you anyway. And I'll give you back your demon earrings. Also, she's basically going to have the ends cross equipped for the rest of the game because it's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that minuses 1 crucifix that we need, even though we will, by the end of the game, get 4. 1 for each character in our active party. Also, Dark Tower. Building passed down in the vampire family, just as the demon sword Tirfing? It was Tirving, I think, in the previous game. Interesting translation change. The little people inside work day and night and cause a huge ruckus. Okay. I think that's pretty much all the time we have for today. We've made some good progress here. We've gotten all the things out of the way that we needed to, so that next time we can spend the entire bloody time at Gourmet Valley. Next time. Got more of these to do. We have 3 more levels to take care of. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.